Today we're touring one of the best and most affordable luxury new home communities in the entire Orlando area. We're going to tell you everything you need to know about this Orlando suburb and why this neighborhood is worth checking out. We're going to give you an overview of this neighborhood, and we'll tour a couple of these incredible homes that have prices you just cannot find down in Orlando. You won't want to miss a second of this video, so be sure to stick around till the end. So let's go ahead, let's jump in the truck, and let's take a little ride. All right. Okay, so we are here today at the Reserve at Victoria. We are about 35-40 minutes north of Orlando in DeLand, Florida, northeast rather, about halfway to Daytona Beach, okay? Now this community here is really about lifestyle. It's really about lifestyle. Beaches are close by, golfing is a big deal here, a lot of fishing, a lot of hiking. You know, there are 3 golf courses, one right here in DeLand, Victoria Hills, and then there are 2 more down in DeBary, and of course if you head south just a little ways down into Lake Mary and Sanford and the Orlando area, there are a whole lot more of them. Fishing, we have tons and tons of lakes. Maybe you don't know this, but Florida has as many lakes as most of the states in the United States. Plus we have the St. Johns River close by. We have the Mosquito Lagoon and the Halifax River before you get to the ocean. So enough said there. As far as hiking goes, all around us to the north, to the east, and to the west is very rural land, okay? So this community was built on 200 acres out on the east side of DeLand, and there are all sorts of ponds in here in it. There are 2 builders that have done all the work in here, and they started building in 2023. And they're still building. You're gonna see that there's a lot of building still going on in here. There's going to be over 400 homes when they complete their building, and we have sold several homes here in the Reserve at Victoria in DeLand. So our customers have been very, very happy with the homes that they've purchased, and so if you're interested, let us know. Tell us you saw this video, because in this community we are currently offering a $1,000 rebate. So if you come and you buy a home in here, we, on top of the incentives, which we'll come to in a bit, are going to give you an additional $1,000 out of our commission that the builder pays. Now, they're paying that either way. So oftentimes people think that they don't need to have a realtor, but in reality, they're paying that either way. Their prices are not going to be lowered for you. So if you come, you're without a realtor, if you speak to them without a realtor, you're going to be here without anybody advocating for you at all. So this community, the homes run pretty much from 1,600 to 2,800 square feet, and they're on 50 to 80 foot lots. Now, a major complaint of new construction is that homes, these new construction homes these days, are built on these tiny little lots, and 50 to 80 foot is a nice size lot. 3-car garage options. You know, most of these homes have 3-car garages and are on, you know, have paver line driveways, which is another nice little feature. Most of the homes run in the 4s and 5s, but you can spend up to the 800s here. Now, we will come to pricing later, but the point here, the reason I mention it now is because that 400 or 500 grand is a great bang for your buck. As you look at these homes, what you're getting. DeLand is cheaper than all of the suburbs around us, except for maybe Deltona and DeLand when you consider the median sale price of a single-family residential home. It's quite inexpensive and way, way cheaper than down in Orlando. Plus, the Homeowners Association here at the Reserve is only $250 a month. Now that includes a resident-only clubhouse, 3 pickleball courts, a resort-style swimming pool, a fitness center, a playground, irrigation, and the lawn and the landscaping. Now, it's just like it's a 55+ community, but it's not. So it has all the features, but you're just not paying all that. Now, maybe the HOA will go up in the future. Frankly, I expect it will. But at this price, at this time, it's really good. And plus, there's no HOA. So no
CDD.
No CDD, thank you, yes. You're absolutely right. No CDD, there is an HOA. So let's go ahead and pop into our next stop. Okay, so we're here now at the fitness center pool area, the clubhouse area. And we're just gonna give you a brief little walking tour of the place. And let's start off over here on this side. We're gonna show you the I don't know if it's a clubhouse, but the meeting room or whatever.
It's definitely a clubhouse.
It's definitely, okay, clubhouse, whatever you want to call it. Over here is the workout room. We're not going to show you the inside of that because there's somebody in there, and well, frankly, it'd be weird if we put him on this video and he didn't know about it. Over here, you're going to see how this room opens up. It opens up to the kitchen over here, and just look at how large this whole area is.
And I think there's a full kitchen in that clubhouse. So.
There, I believe there is too. Good, nice catch there, Kyla. The point here is there's a lot here that this place offers. Let's head outside because I want to head around to the playground. Let's see if I can get this opened. I always struggle with that. It's crazy.
Finally got it.
Yeah,
Pretty smooth.
pan the pool and show them the different, what do you call those things?
Gazebos.
Gazebos, thank you. The different gazebos, this massive pool. And so there's so much to do here. And remember, this is not a 55 plus community. Over here they have a playground, which is really nice. It's fenced, so you don't have to worry about your little ones running off. And over here they even have showers. So if you're in the fitness room, you're in the pool, you can do everything you need to do right there. Now, I mentioned earlier that, about the speed of things. Well, here in DeLand, the pace is just a little bit slower than it is in Orlando. It's not that we're a bunch of hillbilly rednecks up here, but it just tends to be a slower pace. We don't have the traffic congestion, and it's just more about that lifestyle that I mentioned a minute ago. Now, DeLand is the county seat of Volusia County, and it sits right along I-4. And I-4 and 44 is right up here, just north of this community as well. Now, DeLand is famous for skydiving up at DeLand Municipal Airport, but there are several airports close by. There is Daytona Beach International Airport, Sanford International Airport, which is where we always fly in. And when our customers come to view properties before they purchase them, we always encourage them to at least check out the prices at Sanford International Airport. That's SFB. And then of course there's MCO, which is Orlando, and that's where we go if we have to. Oftentimes we simply have to go there. Now, one thing I need to mention, I don't know if I need to mention, but I want to mention the perfect spot at DeLand International. At DeLand Municipal Airport, great little place to sit there and watch the skydivers come. Great little tip for you there if when you come here. Now, downtown DeLand is a wonderful downtown. Stetson University is really big. We'll go there and catch a baseball game or a football game occasionally. They have the Athens Theater. There's a lot of shopping with several little boutique shops down there. The little record shop's one of my personal favorites. There's several restaurants like the Half Wall. Boston Coffee House is a great little meeting place. They have several of them, but I believe the DeLand, I think this is the original one. Is that right, Kyla?
I think so, yeah. There's like a drive-through one kind of
a
few
few
miles down,
yes.
But the one where you can walk in is better if you can find parking.
Yes, yes. And there's the Elusive Grape, sorry folks, I'm chewing on myself here. There's Artisan Alley, which on Friday nights is a wonderful place to go because all sorts of local vendors are bringing produce, crafts, and food. And DeLand is all the time having festivals right downtown. You're going to see a lot of artwork downtown, some nice murals and sculptures that they seem to continually be adding to over the last several years. Now, the Reserve at Victoria, where we sit today, is on the east side of DeLand, about a mile south of Highway 44. The hospital, Advent Health, is about 5 miles from us here. And then if you head south down into Orange City, they have Fish Memorial down there, which is what, 25 minutes from here. We have Lowe's, we have the chain restaurants, we have Walmarts, we have all that stuff here in DeLand. Yet, because that downtown area, it still retains a small town feel. We also have the Springs in Orange City, Blue Springs State Park, and De Leon Springs State Park. South and north of us, about 15 or 20 minutes each direction. We have New Smyrna Beach, Daytona Beach, and Mosquito Lagoon, which is a wonderful fishing place. They're about 30-35 minutes east of us here. We have the St. Johns River out on the west side of town. I already mentioned the golfing, so that's a big deal here in this area. If you're a golfer, there's a lot of that. If you go to Orlando to work, to go to some really nice restaurants, or for nightlife, it's going to take you about 45 minutes.
Without traffic.
Without traffic, true. It could be 2 hours with traffic, even if you think you're going to get smart and take the express lanes or one of the, take the beltway around. It's still going to cost you a lot of time. The attractions are 60, 75 minutes away, depending on, Disney, Epic Universe, any of that stuff. Eustis and Mount Dora is about 30 minutes to the west. Orange City and DeBerry are suburbs to the south. And if you want to avoid some of that congestion, you can always take the Sunrail, which runs from here in DeLand down through DeBerry and all the way through the south side. So if congestion's a big deal to you, which it is to me, and that's the reason I don't live in Orlando proper. Thank you. I do not live in Orlando proper. I live in a suburb. We can help you if you want to avoid that traffic. So some of the suburbs have a lot more traffic than others, and just south of here, like in Sanford, it can be really bad sometimes, but it's not as bad as some of the others. But speaking of homes, it is stinking hot out here. Let's get inside one of those models. Okay, so we're here now at one of two models that we're going to see, and the two models we're going to look at today are two of this builder's most popular models. Now, it's important to note that, if you recall, there are two different builders. We're only looking at one of the builders, frankly, because we kind of like this builder's model better, even though they're both fantastic builders. But check out the front porch, and one of the things I love about this model is this front porch. They have this, and then kind of spin around and look up top at how they've protected the lighting.
Yeah, that's a lot of light in here, so it's not a super dark porch.
It is. It's really nice. I love it.
I really like it.
I love it. And then, of course, pavers on the floor, which is fantastic. Let's go head inside because it's hot out here. Okay, so we're here now in the first of the two models we're going to look at, and it's important to note that they're different buyers, so be sure you stick around for that second model. First off, let's take a look at the floors here on this. Wood laminate flooring that flows throughout, I think, all of this home. Is there any carpet?
There's a little bit of carpet.
A little bit of carpet, but a lot of where they really maintain a nice look throughout the home.
And what do you think about laminate versus tile?
Well, it's hard to say. It's a double-edged sword. The tile holds up much better, but it's harder on your feet. But the new laminates handle water much better, which is really, really nice.
I like the way they look, and there's not a lot of grout that you have to take care of.
That is true, but some of the tiles we see these days has no grout at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, check out the top up here. I love how grand of a feel you get as you enter this model home.
And I love the window up top too. It lets in a lot of light.
We're going to see a lot of that today. You're absolutely right. Let's take a look at this first bedroom. It has a walk-in closet. Not an extremely large room, but I'm going to say it's 11 by 11.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Something like that. 9'4" ceilings. And right out here, there's a bathroom right next to it. Little AC closet here. But plenty of storage in this home. Okay, and they don't put the El Cheapo stuff. This builder really, really does it nice. You're going to see that over and over. Quartz countertops, soft close not soft close in the bathroom. The other ones are all soft close. This one is not, and I rag on a lot of builders for that. But take a look at this shower. Look at the floor, the colors, and then they put the tile, kind of subway tiles, all the way up.
And I like that extra window in there too.
Yes.
Yep.
Look here too. They put this on the side so you're not reaching into the water.
Genius.
Genius! So many home builders don't do that. It absolutely drives me bonkers. One of the many things that drive me bonkers. We're not going to go in the garage. It's right here in the front. This home, as it is here today, is a 2-car garage, but many, many 3-car garages here in this home. This next bedroom, again, this is right here in the front of the home. This is the one that has carpet.
Here's the carpet, and then this is like a upgraded carpet, I think. It's very cushiony. Well,
this builder specializes in those upgrades. And it does not have a walk-in closet, although to me this really is an owner suite. A second owner suite, I guess. Tub shower combo, but nice stuff. Tile all the way to the ceiling. Again, you're not getting El Cheapo stuff here. What is El Cheapo?
I don't know why you keep saying that.
There's a gas station called El Cheapo.
Okay, well, this is not the gas station.
There's a gas station. El Cheapo gas. Oh, let's take a look at the laundry room.
I think this is one of the bigger laundry rooms too.
It is huge. All of the storage space, okay, and cabinets down below. Washer and dryer do not come with this home, nor does the refrigerator. Although we have been able, oftentimes, with some of these new construction builders, to be able to negotiate some of that in. one of the reasons to make sure you call us, as opposed to just thinking you're going to go it on your own and just pray that everything works out fine. Now, we'll come to the loft after a bit. You got to see that because it's pretty cool. And this flex space, I think all of the models that this builder has, at least all the models here, have this gigantic flex space. Very, very good use of space, whether you're looking for a man cave, an office. To me, this is a fantastic office space.
Yeah, and you can put doors too, or even like a barn door to close it off if you want.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those. Very, very nice. Kitchen area, very spacious. Now, I like how it's kind of broken off a bit. It's inset just a bit. Some of these homes are just a gigantic square, rectangular space, but it's kind of set back. And in my mind, that's a big deal. Soft close cabinetry, beautiful quartz countertops.
And I like that the color in the countertops matches that cabinetry there.
It really flows, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it really
like
flows.
That.
Garbage disposal button on top.
As it should be.
As it should be. So many times you're digging underneath, it just drives me crazy. Monogram appliances, and they even have slide outs down here in some of their drawers.
That's really nice.
That is super nice for your pots and pans.
I feel like once you have that in the house, you can't go back.
Right. And they have a little bit of this. I'm not sure how I feel about these because
it's for decoration if you have that nice china that you want to display.
But if you need the space, like I'd rather have the space.
Yeah.
And then the backsplash flows all the way to the top. Now, sometimes they go all the way to the ceiling. They haven't here, but they do have nice trim up at the ceiling.
And you can put cabinetry up there. That is an option that they allow.
They've got all the options you can think of. Over here, you have the microwave and your built-in range.
Nice, because it looks like a double oven, but it's not.
It does. It has a nice
two
look.
ovens.
A nice look. And then they have glass on this. Kyla, how do you feel about the frosted glass?
I think as it should be. Nobody wants to see in the pantry.
We've seen some beautiful homes and they leave it wide open, but take a look at what they've done in here.
Plenty of room if you wanted to add some cabinets in here too, I think.
Yeah, good thinking. I wouldn't have even have thought, but yes, absolutely. You can put another shelf up there and get some more space and then close it off so not everybody's looking at it. And then look over this way, they have the hanging lights. Look at the tray ceilings up top with the recessed lighting. And the walls, look what they did with these walls.
Shiplap.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful what they've done. Just a wonderful home. On the back side over here, we'll open that up as we look outside in a bit. But the windows, I just love this builder's windows. I think if I were going to build a new construction home, this might be one of the 3 builders I would call. I'd probably call several, but this is one of the best. In here, they have the same floors. You're going to see, as I mentioned earlier, it's going to flow throughout and it sticks. And then up top, I don't know why they don't have a ceiling fan, but the tray ceiling is pretty cool. A lot of times they paint. Could you kind of see having like a section of the blue in there? I could see one section of that.
Yeah, I mean, I like it all white because you can see more of the detail and it makes it less busy, but sure, if you wanted to paint it, I guess you could.
Yeah, these designers in these new construction homes do an incredible job.
They know what they're doing.
They do, they're very good. And speaking of doing well, look at there's two vanities, 2 separate vanities, and a poop room over here. Now,
the only thing, no window in here.
That might be a good thing.
I think that's the only room in the house maybe that doesn't have a
That's
window.
right. Remember that black toilet?
That was nice.
Square toilet? That
Yes.
was incredible. We have another video that we did that has a square toilet, a square black toilet. Didn't get to use it, but it looked pretty cool. So enough of the toilet talk. Check out this shower. Matching tiles along here all the way down to the floors. Great look. Shelving. This one they did put over here. Maybe they couldn't get the water line up here. What do you think?
Well, you wouldn't want the handle over there because the door's over here.
Well, that's true.
You would just want it closer.
You're just going to have to deal with it. That's right. That's right. And so in here, of course, another vanity, all the same soft close on this one. And then this closet. check out this closet.
I feel like this video doesn't really do it justice. It is a pretty good sized closet.
This is, let's see, this is my section. Actually, my section is right here on this piece, and my wife gets the rest.
Correct, as it should be.
She would definitely tell me that's the case. So let's head back and let's take a look at the upstairs loft. Okay, so now we're at the upstairs loft. Now remember, this is an option. This builder has many, many options that you can get. You can add 4 feet to the back. You can make the primary bedroom longer, the lanai longer. You can extend the garages. You can have single story, you can have a loft, or you can have 2 full story homes. And this builder has several parade of homes models here. So this is really a really good home. I want to point out the walls. Now, do you know what this is?
Looks like wallpaper.
It is wallpaper. And we're seeing more and more of it, but it's really becoming more trendy. They're really doing some nice things with it.
Well, yeah, it's not just like a random piece of wallpaper up. It's like there's detail and they've made it match.
We did see one crazy one though with flowers on the wall a little while back.
I liked that.
That was a little crazy to me. They put this here little design in it, which I think is really nice. And down here, the lower part of the home had the one baseboard. They have a second section of baseboard there. It is carpet up here. They have floating outlets down here, which really this really sets up nicely for that teenager or for guests. You have people coming in, they're coming to Disney or whatever.
And again, all the light up here too. There's a lot of extra windows. Yeah, that's really nice.
Show the recessed lighting up there as well. A lot of recessed lighting, done really well. And then in this bathroom, this one is a little bit different, but it has the same thing, tile all the way to the ceiling. You are reaching in here again, which is great. And then the same countertops, you're gonna see the whole way, a little refrigerator here.
What do you think of the little bar area?
I think it's pretty nice. Pretty fancy.
I like it.
Fancy schmancy. A nice walk-in closet there. So they've really done a nice job. So before we get to that second model, which is a different builder and every bit is beautiful, maybe even more desirable, let's go ahead and check out the backyard here. So before we head outside, I need to correct something I just said, because Kyla says that I stated to you guys that this was a different builder, but the next home is the same builder that we're going to be looking at. It's just a different buyer for reasons I'll show you in a minute. But take a look at these massive doors, how wide they open. Now it's a little warm right now, but much of the year from probably, September, maybe October, through May, April or May, it's really nice here. So you're gonna have this open often. Now you might want to screen it in if you're going to do this. If you want to leave that open, you're going to want to screen it in, because here in Florida, guys, we have a lot of bugs. Tropical climate here, so you're going to have a lot of that. But I want to point out some things they've done in here. Look at this wall. This is an option that this builder gives you. It's nice and high, so if you're out here, even though you have neighbors on both sides of you right here, there's a lot of privacy. Down low, they put some tiles.
And you can also add a kitchen there.
Yes,
pre-plumb it, or they can build the whole kitchen for you if you want.
Absolutely right. That way you're not going back inside. If you got the barbecue out here,
because the kitchen is just too far away.
Right, a whole, what is that, 40 feet?
Yeah.
We are so lazy, so pitifully lazy, I think sometimes. Take a look at the rear neighbors. One of the big features of this community, most of these homes either don't have rear neighbors or they're on a pond, something like that. But this area is rural, but yet we're only, as I said before, just a few minutes to downtown DeLand. So let's go ahead and let's head over to that next model. Okay, so now we're in the second of 2 models, and we're going to get to the pricing and all that in a minute, but we're going to go through this one a little bit faster than the last one, simply because this home is somewhat similar. There's some significant differences, but much of it is the same. The first part is that ceiling. See how they painted that?
Or is it more wallpaper?
It might be wallpaper.
Could be wallpaper.
Maybe wallpaper. I love it. So over here on the side, you're going to see the bedroom, and then very high quality stuff you're going to see here in this home. And over here is the laundry room, And the garage, remember, you can have the 2 or the 3 car garage. This builder does all sorts of the customization, I guess. And here's an example of what you can do with that flex room. Okay, one of the options.
And that makes sense if it's an office.
Yeah, very
or
nice.
A media room.
This room is the media room. Have a little refrigerator in here because you wouldn't want to have to walk all the 40 feet to the kitchen. Ooh. This house is really really done well. This builder is incredible. So in the kitchen, tall cabinets, and you're going to see here how they put more cabinets up high, more for the look. Also back up top, Kyla, I want to point out the crown molding and the recessed lighting. And down here under cabinet lighting, splash. Backsplash. Woo-hoo, thank you.
I think we've been talking too much. You're getting
I know.
tired.
Well, that's just me. I'm always saying the wrong thing.
Maybe I should start doing the talking.
Maybe, I don't know. So you're going to see the similar type thing. This one, they have some different slide outs or different type of slide out for pots and pans here. And then
You got a waterfall countertop here. That's really nice.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. Nice catch, Kyle. You're the best. You got it. So check out this this pantry. Now it just, I'll let you go in there because we're not both going to fit in, but it has glass. They finally got it right. Ooh, they have a persimmon hollow bottle. Look at it.
Yes, because we're in DeLand.
We're in DeLand. Persimmon Hollow is a great little brewery right downtown DeLand.
And that's a growler.
Yes. Okay, a growler, not a bottle. Okay. Sorry. Thanks for correcting me there. And then another, I guess this here's a wine fridge.
Yes.
Okay. And a little coffee bar. So take a look at this large area as we head over to the primary bedroom. See what they did up top with the ceilings, the nice lighting. It just, they continue to impress me with the lighting. Now we'll go outside in a minute, so we'll skip that. Then we'll get to that pricing and all the details, what this home's going to cost you and all that good stuff. Take a look at the lighting here. Look how they use this. Looks right out to the pool. And it's wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. And in this bedroom, in this bathroom, gosh, I just need to shut up because I'm just going on and on. Large water closet in here.
Yeah, that does seem bigger than most.
Yeah.
No window though.
No window. And over here, up top of the vanity, they have another light there even. So there's lights everywhere. Huge shower, 2-person shower.
This feels bigger than normal.
It is huge. This is a jumbo shower, but it's great. His and hers niche, 2 heads, a little bench, and right here by the end, so nobody has to have cold water on one of those 10 cold winter nights that we have here in Florida. And then over here, the closet. This is a huge closet. And I like how they put these here on this side. You know, so many closets, like, there's nowhere for your shoes. Even in my home, all my shoes are down on the floor, but this is nice, of course.
How do you survive?
I think my wife would take those. What do you think?
Yes.
She would take that over and I would still, you okay there?
Yes.
So let's go ahead and head outside because, well, this outside is incredible here. Now they also have the doors, the slide doors. I'm not going to leave it open. It's pretty hot, folks. So I'm just going to close this back up. You got the idea from the previous model that we looked at, but take a look at this large porch again, large patio, but now it's all screened, okay? They still have the privacy, but you see how it can be screened in. So now if it's March, you have a 72-degree blue sky day, you can leave the whole thing open and just let it air. It's wonderful. We love to do that here. Steps, fountains, huge cage, maybe room for a hot tub in here. What do you think over here? I see it over here. Hot tub right here.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you think? A big old hot tub.
No, I think if you're gonna have a pool like this, you should just go ahead and pay to have a hot tub in the pool or near the pool.
Maybe, but I'm content. I'd still stick it in the corner.
No.
If it was me.
Keep it in the pool, keep it classy.
You can't hear anything here. I can't hear the AC unit humming, but the fountains Really nice touch. Again, very quiet. You're going to see no rear neighbors. All part of that lifestyle, part of that slower pace that we have here in DeLand.
So wait, how much are these costing?
Well, let's head back inside and address that because it's a whole lot cooler in there than it is out here.
Okay, good call.
Okay, so now we're back inside where it's much, much cooler, and we're going to address what these homes are going to cost you. So let's start off with the incentives. Well, one builder is offering $15,000 at the design center plus a free lot, which is another, that could be $15,000, $20,000, maybe $30,000. The other builder is giving $20,000 towards upgrades on to-be-built homes and a 1% interest rate buy down, which lowers your interest rate for the beginning of the loan, as long as you use their lender. We are giving you a $1,000 rebate for this community. Now remember, you must call us. Don't call the builder. You must call us first so that we can help you with that process. Now it's important to note that these incentives are always changing. Not that rebate, but the other incentives by these builders are always changing. So make sure you're calling us. The first home we looked at is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage home with 2,800 square feet. But you can get that as small as 2,300 square feet. It starts around 460 grand. As we saw it, as we toured that home, it's right around 800 grand. It's a larger home, has more bedrooms, but it does not have the pool. This home here is a 2-bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 2-bath, 2-car garage home with 1,986 square feet, and it starts around 430 grand. As it sits here today, with the pool, it's going to run you about 800 grand as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.